But it came from that store.
But it came from the store over there. He's like, oh, I can run it back on the camera. I can run it back on the camera.
I'm going to walk over there and just check and make sure that they bought it there, and then I'll be right back. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I'm trying to tell everybody to bring it down.
Huh?
I'm going to go over here.
You're not saying that I'm yelling.
I'm going to go over
here.
here.
Me, right?
I definitely can hear you.
Okay.
I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to see if that you guys bought the candy from there.
I didn't buy it from there. I think my friend here had it.
That's fine. There's a bunch of kids here, so I'm going to walk over there, and then I'll come back. Okay? That's what I just told her I'm going to go do.
Go ask Z.
Jeez. Good Lord.
Did you work in a barbershop?
There's a couple ladies here, had a bunch of little kids.
Yes, sir.
Did they just buy some candy here from you?
A little boy.
Yeah, one little boy in a white t-shirt.
Yeah, he bought this. He bought a bubble gum. The little boy bought a bubble gum and he bought this candy.
Perfect. Thank you. How many of those were bought? Do you know?
One.
One of those was bought, and then a bubble gum, and then there was some other little kids with them too.
No.
Okay, so it was just that one.
Just that
Perfect.
one.
Thank you.
Still?
All right. So he said that they bought one of the bubble things and bubble gum. So I just asked. So I'm just going to double check and make sure his camera doesn't show something different. And then we're going to move forward with here and we'll get everybody out of here.
You're going to apologize.
Okay.
That's all we want.
Well, I can't make him apologize to you.
You're going to apologize. So if you're not already familiar, this is actually part 2 to a video we already reviewed. We didn't finish it. So this will be the finalization of that saga, the gas station saga. And the context goes, basically, you got 3, in my opinion, toxic mothers. I think the caption is correct, who are terrorizing this gas station with all their kids. And basically, I think he accused one of the kids of stealing, the gas station associate. And then these women just went ballistic. And now they're trying to die on the hill of, oh, for one, we still haven't even resolved whether or not it's true or not because he has cameras. So we have to still explore that angle. But also, they're just losing their mind. And the entire time, they're just disrespecting these officers like crazy. They're really just disrespecting everybody. And now, I really feel like the situation has really gotten away from whether or not the kids stole some gum. That's very small. The biggest thing about this whole situation is just their behavior, the way that they're acting, and the way they're displaying themselves in front of these children and really just embarrassing themselves, but also just being poor representations in front of their children. And it's really got me trying to understand, or it's really got me questioning their fitness and their capability of being able to actually raise productive kids. And then what you also may not know, one of the women, when the officer was basically telling her if she doesn't stop doing something, he's going to arrest her. All of a sudden, she's coming out talking about she's pregnant now. And keep in mind, they got all these kids anyway. And somewhere in here, too, it was brought up that they tried to use EBT or something like that, allegedly. It's just chaos. It's just chaos, which is what we typically see and what we typically try to make sense of. But before we get back into it, y'all, if you could like the video, greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second and it helps out more than you know. And also, if you can hype the video as well. But also, I did come up with a Clips channel now. So the Clips channel is available. It's going to be pinned in the comments section where you can click the link and go subscribe over there. And the goal, we're trying to get that channel up to par before February 1st. All the information's in the pinned comment. But let's go ahead and get back into it.
I want to trespass too. I need a paper too.
Okay.
And you see that there's some candy of that too. And I stop it. Okay, please minor put it back.
Okay.
Other whatever is yours, you take it. You buy 2 candy, take the 2 candy. Why I'm telling that's the happened.
Okay.
After that, the reason for not the candy because one lady, she was my neighbor the next time on that plaza. She tried to hide with my wife on kids. One night I called for them and I leave this place because I can leave this environment the last year. She doesn't come by a store like openly like. She came in today with this situation making it crowded. That's the happened. There's nothing wrong with the candy because it's very simple. If he doesn't take it, that's fine. I just tell them, okay, this is your, go ahead, it's fine. That's why I say that took mine as a bet.
Gotcha.
That is the point.
Okay, so you just want relief, that's it.
No, I want to trespass too. I need a paper too.
Okay.
That's what I thought. That again, that's what I would. Didn't I just say that? It's not about the candy. I mean, what? It's a piece of gum or whatever. I think we clearly see it if you go back and watch the other video, which I will link at the end of this video. But we clearly see anytime you say anything to these ladies, they go off immediately. There's no talking to them. There's no trying to contextualize and try to correct a possible misunderstanding. The second you say something to them, they're on go. And they don't stop. And they just act chaotic unless you acquiesce to whatever it is that they say and bow down. And so that's what it seems like tried to happen. He might have inquired or might have reminded, hey, just to let you know, they need to make sure they pay for that gum or whatever. And then these women, well, you think I'm trying to do this? Just assuming negative intent, possibly. Maybe he assumed negative intent initially, but regardless, the proportion of how they attack after does not match his energy. It doesn't match, even if he initially offended and was wrong. The proportion of which they act, it doesn't match. And so now he just wants them gone. He wants them to ultimately never come back. We really have to address this because really think about the fact that a business owner wants a bunch of customers to never come back. Do you know how out of control you have to be for a business owner to say, I don't ever want you to come and do business here again? We never really think about that or explore that. You have to be a real special person to where people don't even want your business. They're willing to hurt themselves just to never have to deal with you again.
Is a point.
Okay, you just wanted to leave. That's it.
No, I want to trespass too. I need a paper too.
Okay.
And you see that all of the from the counter and
They threw it all there. Okay.
Yes.
You want them trespassed? The
Yes.
adults trespassed, the two
Yes.
women, or the three women,
Three
and that's it.
women's and all kids. I don't like
Okay.
to they may come in my store.
Okay.
Yes.
Very easy.
Because they came in next time, they make it again happen this situation.
Sure.
So that's not.
He just wants trespasses.
That's
For
what
everybody to be gone.
Oh, I already knew. Didn't I tell you every time you say something to them, it's immediate. They just start acting irate. I was waiting. I couldn't wait to see when he announced that to them. Because they trying to get this dude, that's why I didn't mention too. They keep trying to say he needs to apologize. And they're trying to get the officer to force this dude to apologize. So I already knew once, oh, no, you're about to have some consequences on you. I already knew they was going to act a fool as soon as he said that. So let's see how how they're going to handle this information that they're about to be trespassed and they can never come back. You don't have no leverage, man. You yeah. Okay, cool. I don't rock with you, you don't rock with me. All right, never come back to my establishment again. Let's see who's going to be really missing out on this relationship. It's going to be you. Now this is one less place you can come to. That's probably close to your house.
Trespasses.
That's
For
what
everybody to be
we
gone.
just want apology. We want apology though, but I don't come over here.
He needs to
I
apologize.
I don't come over here. So we're gonna trespass because he accused us of stealing.
And we didn't even steal.
We
It's
don't
the
give a fuck. We don't
disturbance
need to
and the
serve him.
candy and all that
Anyway.
stuff.
We was walking out the door.
Listen,
We were
here's the
already
deal.
out the door.
Are you going to give me your names for a trespass warning?
No.
Okay, then you need to leave the property
we
now.
didn't throw no candy. We went over
Listen,
there with him. And
he
we
wants
started
you
on the counter,
trespassed. Are
one
you
by
going to give
one.
me your name for the trespass warning or no? Then if you don't vacate the property,
They got an option for that? They have an option to give you their names? What? That's optional? Nah.
then if you don't vacate the property, you're going to go to jail.
Let's go. It's supposed to serve and protect, right?
If you don't leave the property, I appreciate your opinion. You're about to go to jail. You need to walk. That's fine. I'll be a bad corporal. All right, I'll suck today. I suck.
With the some candy of that.
The one that just walked away talking about some you suck and all this. That's the one that is allegedly claiming to be pregnant, right? We still gotta finish this out. We got one more video to watch. Apparently it didn't calm down. Apparently they might have came back. But yeah, now this is one less place you can come. But see, they didn't want to let that trespass go into effect. I think he let them off the hook too easy. And what I mean is, no, they should have to get trespassed. Because if you didn't trespass them, that means that they can still come up there. They can still come back up there. And this dude does not want them there. He doesn't have to allow them in his establishment. So it's like you're kicking the can down the road if you don't go ahead and do what you know you need to do, officer. So no, you don't. They don't just get to walk away scotch free. They don't raise hell in that whole establishment. They have to. I wouldn't want them coming back to my establishment acting like that. Listen, sometimes it could be your own family. Man, if they was my family, I wouldn't want nothing to do with them. If they can't get that in order, I wouldn't want to have nothing to do with them. If everywhere they go, they act like that.
Come over
Sure.
here. He needs to
I hear you.
apologize.
I
don't come over here. So we gonna trespass because he accused us of stealing. And we didn't even steal. We
It's
don't
the
give a fuck. We don't
disturbance
need to
and the
serve him
candy and all that
anyway.
stuff.
We was walking out the door.
Listen,
We were
here's the
already
deal.
out the door.
Are you going to give me your names for a trespass warning?
No.
Okay, then you need to leave the property now.
No candy. We went over there
Listen,
with him. And
he
we
wants you
started on the
trespassed.
camera.
Are you going to give me your name for the trespass warning or no? Then if you don't vacate the property, you're going to go to jail.
Let's go. It's supposed to serve and protect, right?
If you don't leave the property, I appreciate your opinion. You're about to go to jail. You need to walk. That's fine. I'll be a bad corporal. All right, I'll suck today.
Uh-oh.
I
Here we
suck.
go.
All right, see you later.
So what do we got, yo?
That's it. Now she's under arrest.
She's
Now
under
she's under
arrest.
arrest.
Oh, what did she do? What did she do? And keep in mind, this, from what I could hear, I think this is the one that claims to be pregnant. And one of the things from the last video is they brought up the fact that she's pregnant to basically use that to say, show regard around her. She's pregnant because he was about to arrest her before. And it's like, no, she's pregnant. Okay. Does she not have any responsibility to have to act in accordance with what's best for her child to preserve her child? She just gets to be irate and act out of control, pregnant. How crazy is that? You'll see people who be pregnant be trying to fight people, and we don't think that that's crazy, and that they have the responsibility on that. So now she's about to go to jail. I don't know what she did, but all I know is that she was beside his car. So she must have lost her mind and kicked his car or something. But based off how these women is acting, this ain't gonna go well. See, as soon as he try to address that one, they all gonna come back.
Arrest.
Is she under arrest? Go arrest her.
Huh? Yeah, she was trespassed off the property.
No, no. See, they like to play stupid games and then win stupid prizes. Now it's like, no, we gonna go, we gonna go. Y'all been playing this whole time. Nah, don't try to save
Stop.
it now.
Come here.
She ain't gonna stop.
Wait, why you gonna arrest her?
You're under
He better
arrest.
leave me
Stop.
alone because I ain't do shit to you. Why you arresting her? Why is he arresting me?
Trespass after warning.
I only got your information. I didn't trespass shit.
You were told to stay off the property. You came back onto the property.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, so you told her to get off and then she walked back on the property. Oh, he got technical then. Okay, I like that. He's standing on business. He said, I'm only gonna say it one time. Oh, he didn't give them no warnings. Well, he did, but see, not traditionally. Normally they'll give a million warnings. Ma'am, if you do this again, all right, if you do this again after that, all right, you got one more third time. Oh no, he said, all right, y'all don't want to give me my names? Get off the property, don't come back. So he really like warned them, don't come back. As soon as she stepped back on that line, that boundary, he said, nothing else needs to be said. You're getting hooked up. See, because these officers was being patient this whole time. And see, a lot of times what we'll see, especially when they know people are in their professional dynamic, people will continue to try to see how far they can get, see how far they can get. Push, pull, push, pull. You didn't know. No, he meant what he said.
The property. You came back onto the property.
He stopped. You stopped. You stopped.
I'm not being, it's fine.
See, here she go again. Here she go again. Here she go again. Okay, well, she's pregnant. Why is she acting a fool? Why is she acting a fool? And now you acting a fool. Like you don't think you can get arrested too.
25. I'm not being right.
She is pregnant.
25 feet.
Why she is pregnant? Key, chill. Let her hold.
25 feet.
Key. Stop. The baby.
Nope, the whole time when she was acting a fool, you was sitting there escalating right with her. See, it's also your responsibility as well if she's pregnant to have intervened a lot earlier and calmed down the situation. And by calm down the situation, you should have been told them, hey y'all, we need to stop acting a fool for we go to jail. Stop, you're pregnant. Get control of yourself. You're pregnant. That was your duty then. Now you're trying to put it on everybody else to acquiesce around her circumstances, which we don't even have to address the fact that y'all got. We already see all these kids and you pregnant again, and we heard EBT thrown into the equation. But now it's everybody else's responsibility to mm-mm. She brought this on herself, and you about to bring it on yourself too if you don't move away.
Key. Stop. The baby. Hold on.
I'm trying to calm her down.
She's pregnant. What is she going to jail for?
You were told to trespass after warning.
I wasn't on the property.
Just walk right
No,
there.
she took a feet.
All right, come on this way. Stop. You're going to get more charges. Stop. 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 Come on. That's fine.
You stop.
You're going to catch all these new charges.
You stop.
Have a seat.
You stop.
Have a seat. That's fine. That's fine. Sit down.
You stop.
You can do it here.
Don't forget, y'all. There's an audience watching the behavior of these grown folks and watching her. You suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. Don't forget, there is an audience here. A very impressionable audience, might I add. All these kids was watching their mamas act like kids, act worse than them. These kids are more well behaved than their own parents. Go back and watch part one. It was even worse in part one. The kids are more well behaved than the parent, and they're watching this. And so when they pick up this type of behavior, who are we gonna have to blame? So we just don't have responsibilities to be role models anymore, especially when we choose to have kids. They'll try to make it seem like a person with no kids has to be a role model if he's famous enough. But yet, people who actively are choosing to have kids and then still decide to have more kids because she says she's pregnant. Oh, you don't have to be a role model. You don't have to display a certain way of how you handle situations as an adult and in a mature way. so that that can then reflect on your children's behaviors and actions. Or at the very least, when you go to correct your children's behaviors and actions, it'll at least be consistent with the way that you act, so they can at least respect that. Insanity.
Come on.
You suck.
That's fine.
You suck. You suck.
You're going
You
to catch
suck.
all these new
You
charges.
suck.
Have a seat.
You suck.
Have a seat. That's
That's
fine.
what you is, a bitch.
That's
You
fine.
suck.
Sit down.
You suck.
You can do
You
it here.
suck. You can take my purse off my arm. Don't.
132, 1015.
He came up here wanting to arrest somebody.
He came up there wanting to
He
arrest
just
somebody.
came up here with the energy too.
Oh.
She didn't even get on the.
See, no accountability. So now the officer came up there wanting to arrest somebody. Anybody with two eyes can see y'all came up there wanting to get arrested. You want something to happen, apparently, because y'all not correcting yourself. You looking for something. Because in what world do you just get to keep on pushing, and then you get no response in return? In what world do you get to continue to push the envelope and take it further and further, and then you just get that off, and there's no type of retaliation? And this ain't even retaliation. This is really just accountability. They told you clearly and concisely what you needed to do. You didn't abide by that. So now this is the consequence. What do you think is going on with when police is around? Be so scared of police as far as whatever. But first you try to get the police to abuse their power and make somebody apologize. Knowing that you would never accept if a police tried to get you to apologize. You don't even accept when the police told you to get off the property. But you want the police to make the gas station clerk apologize.
Don't.
132, 1015.
He came up here wanting to arrest somebody. You just came up here with the energy too.
Oh.
She didn't even get on the property. She
She went back on the property.
No, she did not. She stood on the road and took a
Okay.
picture of your
Stop
tag.
explaining.
It's on body
What are you
camera.
talking about?
North Greenwood South.
No,
Yep.
she was not.
There you go. North Greenwood South.
That's right.
Yep. All right. Yep.
Come on.
Sure.
He needs to
I hear you.
apologize.
I hear you.
And this is what I said. See, not only are you putting all the wrong frame of references in your children's mind, and by frame of reference, I mean you're displaying behavior that they're internalizing and that they will probably end up repeating. Not only are you doing that, but again, she's not even acting on her own behalf to preserve her unborn child, to say, let me not act crazy because I have this child inside of me that I have to take care of. It's your job as a parent as well to say, let me not act crazy because I don't want my other kids to see me get arrested. That's a traumatizing experience for a kid. Why would you want to intentionally put trauma on your own kids? You, when a kid sees you get arrested and then they have to go home without you, they don't know what just happened. Do you think that they know that you're just gonna get out in the morning? No. In their mind, you might have just got exiled somewhere. They don't know. And so because you couldn't get a grip on your own behavior, now you done traumatize your kids in that context because they don't know what's happening. And you're not even thinking about that. Why am I thinking about that and you're not thinking about that? These aren't even my kids. Why am I thinking more about your own kids than you are? Is the question. And why does everybody have to show more regard for your own kids than you do? And even for your unborn one. Someone said, why does everyone say they pregnant like it's gonna keep you from getting caught? And then Pammy said, all this over $2 worth of candy. Exactly. And like I said, I don't think that that clerk took it that far. I think they started acting a fool once he said anything to them, because you can't say nothing to them. And as soon as he just said anything to them, he opened up a can of worms, and they wasn't going nowhere until what they were trying to get him to do, till he apologized. Alyssa says, teaching them youngins well. Frank said, he posted a picture. It said, raise your hand if you're tired of this issue. Unchecked for too long. Unchecked. They had every opportunity to be able to avoid what ultimately ended up happening. They had every opportunity to avoid this and just go on their happy way. And they didn't even see, normally you would have had to identify yourself. The officers really could have got them on that. But they really let them slide on that. They said, all right, we'll go. I think probably the officers didn't want to have to do all that work. Because the gas station dude said, I want you to trespass the kids too. Boy, you know how much paperwork that was about to probably be? When you got to trespass everybody, that's why they were just like, all right, y'all, just leave. They wasn't trying to do all that work. Listen, man, this is just crazy. And the saddest part about this, I really just feel the worst for the kids. Because it's like, man, they're going to have a lot of things that they're going to have to try to overcome and that they're going to have to try to purge, that they were taught, that they might have witnessed, that they were traumatized by. And we see this more times than not. But we'll leave it there for today. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And also, if you can hype the video, hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button and it shows the points. And since I am a smaller creator, a smaller channel, we actually get more points per hype. And hype was designed for smaller channels, so that's why. But if you come across a video and you don't see the hype button, then it's probably been over 7 days. And hype usually vanishes after 7 days. So it's usually best practice if you want to hype to just go ahead and hype while the iron is hot on a newer video. And then also, if you want to become a member of the channel as well, the join button's on the video. And what becoming a member of the DXU family will come with is you would get badges next to your comments, where it will show people that you are a member whenever you leave a comment, as well as you would get early access to content and also exclusive content that's not available for everyone else on YouTube. So again, if you want to become a member, the join button's on the video. But until then, I'll see you in the next video.